Hello everyone, I am on my way to Kyoto, one of my favorite places in Japan, to spend the spring season there. So, let's go! 新幹線をご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。東京都バスと次は品川に停まります。I will never get tired of taking the bullet train to somewhere in Japan, getting views of Mount Fuji, getting food, and just staring out the window. It's all part of the experience. Of course, I always try and pick a new hotel when I'm staying in Kyoto. I keep going back, but I love trying out new places. This one was close to Kyoto Station because I had to be somewhere in the evening nearby. This was pretty cozy and comfortable. It's a little artsy. You can see they have some really unique pieces on the wall, like that tiger. The bathroom, very basic, but honestly, really comfortable stay. And I'm already heading out real fast because I got places to be. The reason I'm actually here in Kyoto is to check out the Drum TAO Theatre here, right next to Kyoto Station. They are just opening, so I've been invited to check out a special performance. I am a big fan of the Taiko drums. This is going to be amazing. And this new venue is incredible. They have really cool sakura for spring because it's opening now, as well as just all this really cool design. We have a drink included. Yeah, can't wait to check it all out. They have an outdoor terrace space where you can drink, and you have a really cool view of Kyoto Tower in the distance because we're right next to Kyoto Station. I'm actually really excited to be out here because there's something about being like outdoors on a rooftop, and you can have your welcome drink out here before the show or after the show. Speaking of which, I should go get my drink to enjoy this beautiful view with. Just got to the seat and we're at the front row, gonna have an amazing view. I can't wait for this to start. By the way, this is my friend Yusuke helping me out today. Just show. Also, this is Leanne. We bumped into each other again, yet again, at another event.
Hello, cheers, kanpai.
Have you seen Taiko live before?
No.
Really? I think I have. It was actually a sport at my school.
Oh,
yeah, at my high school. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. First time. So
yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah,
but I think this is going to be a lot more epic than the schoolgirls at my, high school.
Maybe, I think, maybe.
Oh my god. The performance is 1 hour long, combining traditional and modern elements to the show. The Drum TAO group is actually world-renowned and traveled the world, performing to over 10 million fans, so it's an amazing opportunity to see them live. While watching, I may have even volunteered to join them. Just finished. It was so much fun. I'm really glad I got chosen to do the Taiko performance. It was such a unique experience. I was very nervous being in front on the big stage, but I was so good. If you want to do something at nighttime in Kyoto, highly recommend this experience because it's indoors, doesn't matter what kind of weather it is, and really easy to access. Now I'm just finishing off my matcha cocktail and I have a few snacks. After the performance, I went to a restaurant nearby with one of my work colleagues to enjoy a simple dinner before heading home and resting for the evening. The next day, it was a lot colder and I headed on over to a different part of Kyoto. The key here is whenever you move around in Kyoto, taxis are the best thing, especially if you have luggage. So I went to the other side of town to stay at my new hotel. This is 4 Points Flex by the Sheraton. This is my first time staying at one of their hotels, and it was actually the perfect place for this trip because I was going to stay here for 4 to 5 nights. It was very cozy. Unfortunately, frosted glass windows, which is quite common. I think it's a privacy thing for the residents of Kyoto. So unfortunately, no view, but very modern, clean establishment. A little tight. I could barely open my suitcase, so that was the only downside to this room, but it was very comfortable. Yesterday it was about 22 degrees. Today it feels like 8 degrees. It is freezing. I am underdressed. So if you are visiting Kyoto during the spring season, just be aware that the temperature changes drastically each day. It's also sprinkling a little bit. It's cold. But I'm gonna just stay cozy inside cafes today. I'm feeling really tired. If you have a favorite place and you can't visit it very often, you're going to want to go there as much as you can. So whenever I'm back in town, I tend to visit a lot of the same cafes. Whenever I come here, I feel like I transport myself back to my study abroad days. It's a really cozy, safe space for me. I absolutely love the fruit cakes as well, especially because they do seasonal fruit. And this time I got a musk melon, and I will be back later in the week. I can't resist it. But this evening, I finally got to check out a restaurant I've been dying to try. It was called Tadka 2. They serve South Indian food, and my goodness, it was incredible. But you cannot get in here without a reservation, so keep that in mind. Highly recommend, and it's full of locals as well as Indian travelers, so you know it's good. The next day in Kyoto, we had absolutely gorgeous weather. You can see the sun, the sakura, and I was here to film something a little special, but if you know, you know. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait and find out for this video when it comes. Spent most of the day checking out some of the sakura spots in Kyoto, and in the evening went to Maruyama Park, which is one of the best night viewing locations for the cherry blossoms, to enjoy some evening drinks under the cherry blossoms called Yozakura. Finished off the day with a lovely relaxing bath in my hotel room. Good morning from Kyoto. I'm on my way to one of the most popular sakura spots. It's the Philosopher's Path. It is the end of the sakura cycle there. All the petals have fallen into the river, but I'm heading there nonetheless because I think it's a really cool spot. I'd usually go by public transport, but taking the taxi in Kyoto makes things a lot easier because the buses here are insane and I'm still a little injured, so taking it easy. This is the Philosopher's Path. This is probably like my 5th or 6th time coming here. I definitely miss the peak sakura season, but it's still really beautiful nonetheless. I believe like down that way is the carpet of sakura petals. I'm gonna try and head over there. I tried really hard this morning to wake up early because I wanted to get here before it gets super hectic. This place during the middle of the day is packed, and I'm not kidding when I say packed. It is currently 9 a.m. approximately, and most of the shops and restaurants along here don't open till like 10 or 11, although a few are already open. So if you do come here, I recommend getting up as early as possible because it's still kind of peaceful and serene, but the more time goes by, the busier it is going to get. One of the most essential things when it comes to sakura season is timing. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it except for being ready before the rain hits and just being here at the right time. The reason I came today is because tomorrow there's another huge rainfall, and if I didn't come, it was going to be too late. Oh, I just found a weeping sakura tree. Aishi dare sakura. There's already green momiji as well. Summer in Kyoto is one of my favorite times. Oh, look at it, it's so pretty. The thing that you might not know about sakura, when those petals all fall down, the leaves turn to green, and that's where the beautiful green leaves for the summer come. I'm so excited. It was really sweet. 2 Japanese ladies stopped me and they were like, look up there, there's a rainbow, because it's so bright. I was like, I can't see it, and they were like, rainbow. And there's a rainbow just here. It is so bright, but I've never seen that during sakura season above the sun. This area is so peaceful in the morning. It's just a bunch of locals walking their dogs, going for walks with friends. So I really do recommend, if you can, beating the crowds, because it's just a more authentic experience if you come early. I wish I'd made it at 7. It would have been even more peaceful. Oh, this is so beautiful. There's a really low hanging branch and you can smell the sakura. Ah, so pretty. Honestly, the best time of year to be in Japan. I love the smell of the cherry blossoms. Oh, so nice. I'm actually wondering if it's not as busy despite it being, 9 a.m. because most of the sakura are gone, or if it's going to be really packed during the middle of the day. It's hard to say. But this Philosopher's Path is really long, so I started at the back end, which is probably a good decision by my taxi driver because it meant I could just slowly make my way through, whereas most people who take public transport end up on the other side, which is the entrance to Ginkakuji. So you get all the traffic from the people going to Ginkakuji as well as just heading to the entrance, and I think that's where the carpet space is, whereas the other side is kind of connecting to, I think it's Nanzenji on that side. There is literally no one around though. Just stopped for a matcha latte. I feel like I need to get caffeinated because it's early in the morning, and this is a really cute little cafe along the main area, and it's good because it's not too busy because it's still early in the morning somewhat. They have a really cute garden with Ghibli characters in it. I remember the last time I came here, I got a Sakura ice cream, found that same shop. Da-da-da-da. I figured, why not? This is kind of my breakfast. I'm on vacation, No judgment. So, itadakimasu. They really get the Sakura flavor for this gelato. It's actually a gelato really well. And the texture, so nice. It's creamy, it's thick. It's not super pickled, but it has that distinct Sakura flavor, which if you've never had before, it's kind of like cherry, but a little less sweet, like somewhat sour, I guess. I really like it. I'm just a big fan of seasonal food. I think living in Japan, you start becoming one of those people who gets excited for all the seasonal items. And when it comes around, you're like, oh my God, I have to eat it because it's that season. The marketing works really well. It's just so nice sitting here under the sakura. Also, it has only been about 30 minutes since I went to the cafe, but it was already distinctly busier the moment I left. So, the lesson is, come as early as possible. I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. Gelato was about 600 yen. I don't think it's too bad for this quality and the location. Oh, and it's a waffle cone. Extra points. The sakura carpet in the river here was at the entrance of the Philosopher's Path. I need to sneeze. That might be my hay fever allergies playing up. This is really pretty. I haven't actually seen this here before, so I'm glad I came out here to check it out. It was getting a bit overwhelming and busy, so I'm going to rent a bicycle, head over to one of my favorite places in Kyoto during the sakura time because it is insanely beautiful and peaceful. So let's head on over to my secret Kyoto spot, which isn't so secret, the locals know. I just rode the bike all the way to the end part of the Kamogawa River. I love this part of the river because the sakura trees just line the street and it's very peaceful. There's just people sitting by the river. It's so nice in full bloom. Right now it's just kind of like the end of the season. It's not really a touristy spot, so you can just enjoy it at your own leisure. If you can have a picnic, it's really nice too. I thought there would be more sakura petals falling down, like there are some, but yeah, there's still some hanging on. I really want them to be like coming down. There's a term in Japanese, I think it's sakura fubuki, where the sakura petals are literally flying through the air. I want to witness that. Yeah, this is awesome to be here. Even though it's the end of the season, I'm managing to squeeze it in. Also, my allergies are starting to appear because I didn't take my allergy meds since I got to Kyoto. I forgot. Ooh, I'm gonna regret that. I'm regretting it now. Came to a local cafe. I cycled so far to get here. It's really popular. There are only other locals here. I think it's worth it. I've got a view of the Kamada River. It's very cozy and warm. It's a bit chilly outside now, and I got the hamburg risotto with a hot coffee. After cycling for so long, I think I cycled for almost an hour. I am starving. So, itadakimasu. It is now evening here in Kyoto. I spent the afternoon after cycling back just resting in my hotel, and I had some work deadlines. But now it's time to have dinner, and I'm going to a tantamen place that I've been to once before. It was so tasty, and honestly a lot of my favorite restaurants and cafes are all really close to my hotel this time. I'm in Karasuma Oike. So many great spots. So if you're looking for a really central area to stay in Kyoto, really recommend it. I say this every time I'm in Kyoto. The best way to discover really cool cafes and restaurants is just by walking around and keeping your eyes peeled, because I just walked past one of the coolest looking Italian restaurants. I just Googled it. I was like, what is this? And that's how I found the restaurant I'm going to tonight. So don't underestimate wandering around, because this city is so walkable. Although at nighttime is so beautiful as well, like all the matcha just lit up. I love how Kyoto feels. Tokyo doesn't feel like this at all. Of course, Tokyo has its own feeling, but this is just, look at that. Tradition on every frickin' corner. One of my favorite things about solo traveling in Japan is that you don't need to worry when you go to eat out, because it's so normal, especially if you get something like ramen, noodles, you're in and out. There's not too much pressure on you to stay long, order a lot, you just eat your food and you're good. And the staff was super friendly today. I had a really nice interaction with them and I felt really welcomed, and they even had a vegetarian option. I swear that wasn't there last time I went. Gochusou-sama. So good. And it's raining a little now, but I realized I think I need to stay out and work a little, so I'm gonna grab my laptop and head to the cafe I was at the other day, but this time it's gonna be in the evening. Itadakimasu. Oh, it smells like rain. It smells nice. I like the smell of rain. Don't judge me. I promised you guys that I'd be back, but this time in the evening. It's honestly great any time of day, but something about a rainy evening sitting in this like cozy space is one of my favorite things ever. I got myself a chai milk tea, got my laptop and did some work. It is so easy to concentrate here. I think I stayed until they closed, which was about 11 p.m. I also got one of their other seasonal fruit tarts, this time with blueberries and strawberries. This is the best thing ever. I literally want one right now as I'm doing this voiceover. Send me back. I was literally the last person here, so I could film all of these shots without anyone in the frame. Good morning. It is a very rainy day here in Kyoto, and I've come to a station I've never been to before. This is Ogura. You might know it because this is where the Nintendo Museum is. It's the outskirts of like Kyoto City, but it's also the outskirts of Uji, which if you know anything about matcha, it's the home of matcha. And my friend here, Yusuke,
Yo.
and Piri, they're out here to check out a matcha farm, and I'm tagging along. So thank you for letting me join.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
It's rainy, but it's fine.
We'll see how it is, but Yusuke is running a matcha business. Nah.
I run the business. I started from Spain, and this time I matcha tea ceremony teacher. I connected with a matcha farm, but it's rainy, but will be fine. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I got this fresh orange juice at the station.
and they're all just like, that's so good. And
It's amazing. Like, yes.
it's everywhere in Japan now. So if you're here, you'll find these vending machines. They have it in Shibuya. But the weird thing is the price does change. Like
Really?
this was $3.50, which is insanely cheap for fresh juice. But then the most expensive I think I've seen is 500 or 600 yen. So
In Tokyo.
yeah, like Shibuya. But still, like that's really cheap for fresh juice.
Yes.
And it's like 1
They
minute.
make it for you like
Yeah.
on in the moment. Like,
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
In the
Like,
moment.
literally,
Juice in the
oranges.
moment.
So you can see how the process like.
Yeah, you
like
can
the
see the
orange
oranges
guys.
falling down. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm gonna get it. I think it's shocking they have like vending machines for everything in this
It's
country.
amazing, yeah.
It's great.
The best thing is the ramen.
Normally, you can't get access to tea farms unless you have permission, so don't just come here. You need to have permission or have something organized. So this was a really rare, unique opportunity, and I'm really grateful to my friend as well as the tea farm for letting us visit. This is my first time at a matcha farm, and all these green leaves behind me, that's matcha. That's crazy. This is really cool. I thought it would smell like tea, but I guess matcha leaves themselves don't smell. It's until you harvest and roast it that the smell doesn't come out. It's very rainy out here and it's supposed to get heavier. But they have like these black covers. Before heading back to the main area, we did visit one more tea farm, but it was pouring with rain, so there's not much to see. Then we headed to their official tea shop, which is right across from the Nintendo Museum. A great location. They're selling lots of matcha products like bowls and whisks and whatnot, but we were there to sample some of that matcha, and I can never say no to a good matcha snack.
大丈夫飲み方わかりますか？
はい、こう。
そうそうそう、ちょっと回して。
はい。美味しいです。あ、何でしたっけ？美味しいでござる。なんか
結構な奥前でございま
それ何回か参加したことあります。
す。いや、任天堂見ながら。
Matcha dessert cracker wafer.
そうだよね。
Imagine like
バナもこんなもん使うんですよ。
バンドしましょう。
Got a matcha latte as well. Oh, this is so good. めっちゃ美味しい。
美味しい。Very good.
Yeah, right?
Wow, yeah, it's really good. Like I tried it without the milk, but this is like,
Yeah.
it's really creamy.
うまいよ
Amazing.
ね。
めっちゃ美味しい。めっちゃ
めっちゃ美味しい。Wow.
Picked up a couple of matcha souvenirs and then we headed on over to the main part of Uji. So we've come to a restaurant that's right beside the Uji Bridge and they're really famous in the area. They're producing matcha for a long time. It's Suen, yeah. It's my first time coming here and we've got matcha soba, hot noodles, because it is raining and freezing cold. And this one has lots of mountain veggies as well. Itadakimasu.
茶そば、抹茶。
Oh, so good. We were all starving, and this is hitting the spot. And the view is really good. There's some Sakura in the distance, but it is pouring with rain, so I feel like they're all gonna be gone. Just said bye to my friends. They're headed to Osaka and I'm going to, so many flies around here, head over to one of the other matcha stores in Uji. I don't come out here very often. It's a little bit of a trek, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna make the most of the day. Whew, it is chilly too. I am underdressed. But the mist that's rolling in over on the mountainside over there with the sakura is so nice. My goodness, this is a really cool day to be out here. Usually, you know, rain isn't ideal, but you can just see how picturesque it is. It feels like I'm in a fantasy movie. So stunning with the cherry blossoms, like little bunches of pink. Yeah, and I'm lucky the rain literally stopped while we were eating in the restaurant. So I'm trying to make my way over before it starts pouring again, because that would be very upsetting. I think, oh, the train's coming. It's gonna look so nice. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm gonna try and find a parfait or something to eat. I usually go to the same places. It's either the Sujiri main store or Nakamura Tokiichi. I think that's what it's called. They're pretty famous, big matcha makers and all of their wagashi are delicious. So we'll see, maybe I'll go to them. I'll try a new place maybe. I don't really want to line up, so that's a big factor too. I managed to get a seat at the Nakamura Tokiichi Byodoin, and it's alongside the river. It got really cool view of all the Kyoto townhouses. I think this place might be new. I don't know if it's been here for a while, but they've also got like a gift shop. It's just really beautiful. And I went for like a matcha, hojicha, soft serve, jelly parfait. It was 1,200 yen. It's kind of expensive, but the parfait looked really good. Next time I might get that. The hojicha ice cream is so good. I wanted to get the mix so I could have both flavors. I love that they do that for soft serves here in Japan. This place is pretty busy though. They even have upstairs seating. So yeah, I'm lucky I got like a window seat. Like someone was just leaving when I came. This is actually so big. I didn't realize it would be this big. It's also kind of cold. I knew I wanted to pick up a few tea related goods to bring back to Tokyo, and they even had a sampling, so I tried some of their fresh green tea as well as looked at some of the items they're selling. I love the packaging. I feel like they've really nailed it. The style is great. They also had a tasting for these pecan matcha, which was effective. I did buy one of those boxes as a gift, as well as a couple of other small things. They had one of the most beautiful shops ever with a view of Kamogawa River from the side. I was blown away. That entire establishment is so stunning. There was sakura along the riverside. Wow. I really, really recommend going to that matcha cafe. So beautiful. I am really lucky because my timing has been great. As soon as I go outside, the rain stops. Instead of researching a cafe, I'm just gonna wander around because usually, most of the time, when I am in a new area or an area I don't know that well, I like to look on Google Maps, but I kind of want to just wing it. But I don't feel like I need any more matcha. I'm pretty matcha'd out. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. Is this KyoAni? I really want to watch some of KyoAni stuff again. It's been a while since I watched Kyoto animation stuff. If you come to Uji and you're a tea lover, you won't know what to do because every single shop in this area is selling tea related goods. I was very tempted to pick up more things, but I did hold back. In the future, I do really want to get one of those clear bowls to do my matcha, but a lot of the popular products like matcha from certain companies is sold out, and we've seen that all online and it is happening in real life. But anyhow, I decided not to get any more tea because I felt very caffeinated, and I checked out a bakery nearby which had some of the most delicious goods. I had this on my way back. 100% check this place out if you're in Uji. Before heading along some of the side streets, I didn't have a plan. I was just walking around and found this really cool himo store where they have a lot of traditionally woven items. I was in love. I want to come back here and do one of the experiences where you can make the bracelet like the one in Your Name, because I'm obsessed with that type of bracelet, but unfortunately you had to reserve. So maybe next time I'm in Uji, I'll organize that. The next day, I was meeting one of my good friends who originally was from Sydney at my high school. We met up for coffee because she now lives in Kyoto. Her family is from Kyoto originally. So we caught up. I didn't really film too much because we were just catching up. Before wandering around Kyoto, I was feeling really fatigued just from traveling for so long already and wanted to just take it easy and reset. So I sat along the Kamogawa River and bought a book at the book off nearby. This is Orange, a popular manga series. I've read it before, but it was 100 yen per book and I may have just picked up the whole series because there's nothing better than just sitting by the Kamogawa River and taking in the atmosphere and reading. So I sat there for probably 2 to 3 hours before kind of going to a new place, which, you know, that's part of my goal, to try new spots in Kyoto. And this place called M Stan just opened up and it has a rooftop view. Usually I'll go to In the Moon for my rooftop views, but Sanjo has their own new cool spot, so I do recommend it. Also, shout out to some of my viewers who I met at In the Moon. It was really cool chatting to you. So if you guys ever see me in real life, please say hello and I'd love to chat. I got my typical burger and chips before heading home and relaxing for the rest of the evening. For the next few days in Kyoto, I was just going around to some of my favorite spots. Bus Coffee, Yugen, and just remote working. I was just hopping around. I think it was the weekend, so a lot of these places were quite busy, but it's better than being stuck in my hotel room. Speaking of hotels, I had to extend my stay, or well, I wanted to, and I moved on over to Hotel Tavinos, which was my first time. Really good location as well. First time staying in this part of Kyoto, and it was very, very close to Kamogawa River, but more on the opposite side, not Sanjo side. The next day, I was just catching up with a friend who was just passing through Kyoto. They were in Kansai to meet family. Before meeting that friend, I picked up some lunch. Well, I sat down to have some lunch at my new favorite restaurant that I tried last time I was in Kyoto, B-Store First Chaka, which is along the Kamogawa River. And they make the food so well. It's fresh, good produce. And I sat here and edited for a while before heading over to Good, Not Bad Coffee, which is run by someone I know. Cheers, man. We wanted to check out this Good Morning record bar that Yusuke actually visited. It was right across the street. And this was a really cool hip place. If you like music and DJs and good vibes, it would probably be the perfect place for you to check out. Rio-chan. It's really hard to find cafes in Japan that let you remote work because a lot of them say you can't use computers, you can't talk on the phone. There are so many rules in Japan, or you can't plug in your devices, like they'll close off the outlet. So the fact that this place is so amazing view-wise and lets you work, big positive and plus from me, plus free Wi-Fi. And then I had a really pleasant walk home before the next day, which would be my final day in Kyoto. Beautiful weather once again. And on my walk along this pathway, I always notice this coffee shop, which is a place that has a location in, I think it's like Harajuku or Cat Street, called Nosy Coffee. And they have a really new location in Kyoto with a great view of the river, a terrace, and I just stopped by briefly because I was on my way to something really special. You guys often say, all I do is eat. Well, today I'm actually going to see a traditional geisha dance. It's called the Miyako Odori. They hold it annually at the Gion Kobu Kaburenjo, which is a theater. Very, very historic. And it's actually my fourth or fifth time seeing this performance. I'm a huge fan of the Maiko-san, Geiko-san culture, and I've followed a lot of it since I was in my teenage years, some of the Maiko who are debuting. And so every time I'm in Kyoto and there's a performance, I try and go. Tickets can range from about 4,000 to 10,000 yen. I went for one of the cheaper price tickets, which I would regret because I had a bunch of tourists around me and a lot of them talking through the show. I'm kind of the type of person who won't say anything, but I was like, oh my goodness, you guys can't talk during this show. And I was like, please stop talking. And it was effective, thankfully. On my way back to the hotel to pick up my luggage, I got distracted by a restaurant that I'd been wanting to check out where they had not only good views, this was called Kakuto, they had amazing fuwa pancake as well as some really good other food options. And then I went up to Weekenders Coffee because I wanted to get some souvenirs and it was the last day they were operating, which is very sad because they're a really iconic Kyoto cafe spot. I had to be there one more time before they closed down. And that was my Kyoto visit in spring. Let me know what you would do if you're in Kyoto in spring. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ja ne!